Hi, this is Stan, and today I wanted to go over a new shoe on the market. It's been out a little while. I think June is when I believe it came out, and I got the opportunity to take this out for a test drive, so to speak. And I wanted to talk today about the results of that. I'm talking about the Sky WaveKnit 3 by Mizuno. It you know, you hear all the company hype before the shoe comes out, and this is a shoe that actually lived up to the hype quite well. If I'm I'm a neutral runner, that specifically was what I was looking for, and that's what appealed to me about the shoe. Keep in mind, if you're looking for a running shoe, that uh, you know, every person's foot is different. Everybody's foot fall is different. Some overpronate, some underpronate. You know, issues like that. Some have specific issues with their feet. So you'll want a shoe that conforms to your foot. And this shoe definitely gave me that impression. It conformed to my foot and met my needs very well on the road. I run specifically on pavement, very little grass, no trails. I don't do trails. So again, this shoe was something that I was looking for, that really appealed to me. Again, if you're in the market for a neutral running shoe that's flexible, responsive, that has quality cushioning in it, this shoe may be one that you want to take a look at. Um, right out of the box, the first thing you notice is that is the upper uh, in the shoe. I wanted to bring it up close so you could take a look at it. It's stretchy and it's breathable, and it's got a weave construction to it, and it's made to conform to the foot really well. It's important, especially if you're on the road, that you have a shoe that allows your foot to breathe and keep cool. That'll reduce the heat and the friction that builds up in the shoe and on your foot. It'll help alleviate the potential for blisters. So I found this, and I did run through some puddles. We've been getting a lot of rain here the last couple of weeks, so I did run through a couple of puddles, and the water it flowed right out of the shoes, so I didn't have any trouble there. But it is a shoe that allows you to breathe. It allows your foot to breathe well. And the other thing is the tongue and the heel tab and the heel collar. Um, the tongue, I think you'll see that. The thickness of that and the softness of it. It's soft, but it's you know, it's firm enough to offer the good support. This, in comparison with two others that are similar type shoes, you can see the difference in the quality of the in the thickness of the shoe. In the thickness of those areas of the shoe, you can see the difference. In this shoe, I believe definitely wins that contest. This shoe definitely wins that contest. It's thick, it's comfortable, and it's especially important when you lace up. If it's a thin tongue, for me, it rides across the top of my foot, and it gets very uncomfortable in a longer run. So I enjoyed having that to work with. The other thing is on the toe box. Yeah, the toe box of the shoe. For me, it was a little bit pointy, you know, in comparison, like here. I think that's the trend today, is that the shoe boxes are a little bit more pointy than before. Personally, I prefer a little more rounded toe box. It gives you just that much more space in there when your foot expands, or when your foot swells during a long run in the hot weather. So I would have preferred it if it was a little more round. I think it would have fit my foot a little bit better. And the other thing if I had to pick a negative, this would be it. And it's the same in every shoe. Every shoe I buy, in fact, you'll see here, every shoe I buy, they've got an aftermarket insert in them, and this is why. This factory insert it's thin, it offers zero support and zero comfort, in my opinion. So that's why I pull them out and replace them, and that's what I replace them with. You can see there's a lot more support. It offers some stability, and you know, when I put this in there, with the support that's already built into the shoe, I get a very smooth ride, and it really helped having that put in the shoe. It made it just that much more smooth. There are 5 flex grooves built into this shoe, and the reason for those flex grooves are it allows the foot to move more naturally from the transition from heel to toe off. It allows that a lot more smoother transition. And I did notice that on the run. It was a nice smooth transition from heel to toe. So that part was was a real plus for the shoe as well. As far as what's new on this model, you'll notice the XPOP polyurethane midsole. Anything you can get, in my opinion, anything you can get in this area, midsole of the foot, that offers the support that this shoe does, is a plus, because over time we runners tend to get we're susceptible to plantar fasciitis and other injuries in this area of the foot. So this kind of support helps to prevent or prolong getting that type of an injury. So I was impressed with that. When I took the shoe out, first thing I did when I took it out of the box was lace it up and go for a 2-mile walk, just to kind of get a feel for how the shoe fit my foot and break-in time and that kind of thing. And I'll tell you, the shoe is not a rigid shoe. There is going to be very little break-in time that you'll notice for this shoe. It's ready to go out of the box. After the 2-mile run, or 2-mile walk, I did a 3-mile run the next day. I did several 5-mile runs. I didn't go much longer than that. I did no trails. Of course, this is not a trail shoe. I did run on some grass to see how supportive the shoe is around my foot, and that's where these areas are very important when you're on terrain like that. It supported my foot very well. It was a good run. The 5-mile runs, they were all on pavement. It was hot. That's where the importance of this upper came into play. The foot could breathe. It's also important it's also important to have a good pair of socks that also allows your foot to breathe. So this all came together in the hot runs on the pavement. I had some very good runs in this shoe. So basically, it's overall, I think it's a very, very good shoe. If I had to rate the shoe, I guess if it was between, say, 1 and 100, 1 being a horrible shoe and 100 being the perfect shoe, I think I would make it 80 to 85. It's that good of a shoe. It's not a perfect shoe. I'm not sure there's a perfect shoe out there. It did everything the factory said it would do. The construction of the shoe was awesome, and the quality of the materials was excellent. The support of the shoe was excellent, and I just feel if you're going to spend $150, and in my opinion, again, you get what you pay for. So if you're going to spend $150 on a shoe, go out and take a look at this and see if it's not worthwhile. See if it's not worth your investment. If I was going to buy a shoe, this would be one that I would consider. Because, like I say, the only negative thing I could find was the toe box and the insert. And you know, I'd have to see a little bit more how this would serve me on a 5-mile or more run. So anyway, I feel that this is a good shoe. I think a person would get their money's worth out of it, and I encourage you to take a look at it. Go to the store, get it, and put it on. Walk around in the store, see how it conforms to your foot, see how it feels. I think you will see that you'll get your money's worth out of this shoe. Thank you.